Hey, this is Jason Creel, and I wanted to show you some of the different model Exmark zero-turn mowers and try to explain to you, based on my understanding and talking with my local dealer, what are the differences in the different models. So today we're going to be looking specifically at the Exmark Radius models. We're going to look at two different models of those, and also look at one of the Lazer Z, the Lazer Z S series. So we're going to talk about the price difference and the spec difference on these mowers, so that you can have a better understanding of the difference in the mowers and make a best decision for you and your business. Stay tuned. All right, so here I am at my local dealership, and you know, a lot of these dealers and Exmark, these big mower manufacturers, they put a lot of rebates on the mowers. So you can see the price on the sticker here, but they have promotions and rebates and that sort of thing. So all right, so let me try to explain to you the difference in the different models here. This is Exmark Radius. The Radius is considered a commercial mower, so it's going to be more of a lower end commercial mower compared to, you know, your Lazer Z over here, which is more of their, you know, their best selling more full commercial mower. But the Radius does come with a commercial warranty. I want to show you a couple things. One, we're going to start and looking at this E series, and then right beside it is an X. So the one we're missing is the S. So, but I'll talk about it. So it goes in this order. You got, you know, $5,000 is the E series, and then $7,000 for an X series. Now this is on a 48-inch model. You come over here, you've got an X series Radius, but this is the 60-inch deck, so that's where it's, you know, $8,000, and that's after you rebates and they run promotions and stuff. So anyway, let me try to explain a little bit why one has a, you know, what's the difference in them besides a letter. You know, it's not just S, ES and X, it's what does those mean as far as how the mower's put together. So when you look at the seat, that's one way you're going to notice the difference. And I'll say this, you know, in general, mowers have come a long way in the comfort of their seats. But on this E series, you know, it's a nice seat, but when you come over and look at the X, it has a suspension seat that's going to be a lot more comfortable, or, you know, especially if you just own it. If this is what you do for a living, you're going to spend a lot of time on your mower, you're looking at a lot more comfortable seat. Another difference in these mowers is when you look at the engine. So on the E series, you're getting a 24.5 horsepower Exmark engine. So that's on the E series, and then on the S series, which I don't have one to show you, they put a Kohler engine on those, and then on the X series you got a Kawasaki engine. So that's a difference. The other thing you want to notice about these mowers is the difference in the actual transmission, the hydraulics, that sort of thing. So with each step up, you're getting a more powerful hydraulic system. That, you know, where I notice that is like if you're on a hill and you're cutting on a hill, you know, to me a nice zero-turn mower should be able to kind of hold on that hill, where if you have one that has a weaker hydraulic, you know, pump system, then it sometimes can't hold the hill. Now obviously you got to be cautious of safety in those situations, but the other difference you're going to see in these mowers is the actual ground speeds. On your ground speed, your E series is going to top out at about 8 miles an hour. Again, that's the one with the Exmark engine. And then and you can also see there is a difference in the tire size a little bit. So you're looking at 8 miles an hour on the E series. The S series with the Kohler engine is 9 miles an hour, and the X series tops out around 10 miles an hour. So you know, so that's where you're going to get the difference in the price. You got bigger tires, more comfortable seat, better engine, and more ground speed, and a bigger hydraulic system that'll hopefully show an improvement in performance. All right, now as you come over here, again, this is just a 60-inch version of the X series of the Radius, but I want to show you the Lazer Z. And this is the one that, you know, I would, without knowing the numbers, I would be willing to bet this is the top seller. And I did ask the dealer, I said, what, you know, is the 48 inch the one you sell the most of? And he said, yeah, it is. He said the 48s and the 60s, they don't sell as many of the 52. You know, for me, I kind of like the 52s and the 48s. I find them to be quite versatile, especially if you were starting out and you just had one mower. I feel like that would allow you some versatility with that size. But so we were talking about the Lazer Z's, and again, they have different models, but it's going to go similar differences. So these, you know, this has a nice seat on it with a suspension. This one has a Kawasaki engine. So in general, your Lazer Z's are going to come with bigger engines. Some of them do have Kohler, and some of them do have Kawasaki. And then you're going to get even a more powerful hydraulic system on these as compared to the Radius. So, and your ground speed's going to be improved. So the different levels on the Lazer Z, you're going to be looking at somewhere between 10 to 12 miles per hour depending on which model you get. Of course, with each upgraded model, there's an upgrade in the price, and you know, that's part of it. So you got to kind of weigh a lot of things. It's not, and I tell people this all the time, it's not necessarily just what is the best mower out there. Obviously, if lawnmowers were free, we'd all just go buy the nicest one, but they're not free, so you got to make a good business decision. Sometimes my videos get cut off for some reason. Now, I try to encourage people when they start off and they have very few customers, you don't want to put a big heap of debt on your business that can really hurt your business. So you might start off with a lesser mower, a used mower, you know, whatever you need to get started with. But I think there comes a point in your business where actually going with a lesser mower is going to cost you money. Once you're established and you're making plenty of money and you need that mower to perform at the highest level for the entire week, you know, or the entire year for several years, then, you know, to have a less than optimal mower can actually be costing you money. At that point, you know, spending a couple extra $1,000s to get a nicer one or one that just has a better seat, you know, makes sense to me. Just starting out, unless you got plenty of money, then at that point I don't care what you do. But sometimes I encourage people to make a more conservative decision starting out, whether that means buying a lesser mower or a used one or whatever, and then upgrading later on. Now I'll say this, with the difference is with handheld equipment, to me it doesn't make sense to purchase used handheld equipment most of the time, because you're looking at saving $100 or $200 on a piece of equipment that you also need to perform for you the whole year. So, you know, to me, it's just go ahead and buy a new one, because the difference in the price is not near as much, where on a mower, sometimes buying a used one can save you several $1,000s. So hope this video helps. If you're an Exmark guy, tell me what you like about them. You know, correct anything I said wrong, which I wouldn't be surprised if there's some stuff that was incorrect. Or if you prefer a different brand, you can leave that in the comments. If you hadn't done so, subscribe to the channel and I'll continue to provide helpful content for you. Talk to you soon. Bye.